Just gotta plug this baby in. Good evening, if you're on Eastern time. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. And welcome back to Eddy vs the Cosmos. Let's do it. Let's get right into it. Today we're working on King. So,
to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Eddy Gordo.
this matchup, the old-fashioned one, I thought he had like that's a DR outfit. So this is a pretty I'm trying to think what I think of this match. Whose favor is this? Is it Eddy's favor or King's favor? I would say Eddy has slight favor on this. Eddy punishes King pretty well. So I'm just gonna go over moves. I will not go over throws because throws are more of a generic anti-King. So this is more geared towards how Eddy beats King. So with that being said, here we go. And I'm just gonna actually take off his rage for now. So I need it later. So first move is 1+2, 1, which is King's wall bounce. So -13 on block. The old punish used to be 4 because 1+2 we always miss, but now we have a new 12-point punisher. So forward 2-3 is your punish for this move. Alright, so you got this this big old kick, right? And if it hits on counter hit, I don't even know. Nothing, just sends me flying. But if you block it, launch punishment. So -17 to be exact. It has some pushback. Eddy could launch it with down 4-3+4 sometimes. That will punish it every time, though. Oops. Yeah. So that will miss sometimes. Sometimes it will hit. But if you want guaranteed, that will be guaranteed. There you go. Looks like sometimes it doesn't punish though, interestingly. There you go. Wow. I feel like if it hits you to a certain distance, I mean that's our best option. That looks like it's pretty consistent. Except there. Yeah, so even so from the furthest, everything will miss. But if it's right up front, you could choose, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the inconsistency. I think down forward 3 might be your safest option. And if it doesn't punish, no big deal. But if it does punish, good. I don't know, I think you're out of harm's way with this. Even though it doesn't always punish, but nothing always punishes, so be careful with this move. Titty J Tran, what's up? What's up? Effect, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Trying to learn Leo. Leo's gonna be fun. Leo's a good match for Eddy. So, yeah, so that's that move. Then we got, okay. King's got this move, so, this move is actually launch punishable. You can also do 2 parts of this move. Oops. So they can stop it, and if they stop it, well, then you can punish that. So that's minus 13. The second part, and if he does the whole thing, minus 15. Alright. The next move is his power crush. Forward 2 plus 3, excuse me. So this move ranges from minus 5 to minus 12. So I would not recommend punishing with this unless you know you're blocking it right up in his face. So I think it's safer punish at 1 plus 2. Especially from certain ranges, it will be safer. So right there, it's not going to be punishable at all. So yeah, I like 1 plus 2 for this one, just because if it doesn't connect, if the frame data changes, you're good. But if you do forward 2, 3, and he's out of range, then he's gonna get you on. Yeah, he's gonna get you in the float to the wall and the whole thing. Nice, nice. Okay. So yeah, so that's that. And the last move is down forward 1, 2. Down forward 1, 2 is minus 10. He can delay it as well. Also minus 10. Okay, so we will go over these briefly. Yo, Demon, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Hope you've been well. Hope Buffalo's treating you good. Oh, yeah. Alright, looks good. Whoops. Alright, we're good with those. Alright, next move will be Atlas Hammer. Down 1 plus 2. This move is minus 24. So, down forward 3 plus 4 will always launch it. If you want to be a little extra safe, you can do quarter circle forward 3. But it's not like it doesn't push you that far back, so it's not really that serious. You can actually launch punish it with that. If you really want to do max damage, that would be the appropriate punish. Otherwise, that works too. Then he's got this. This works the same way if he does 2 kicks or 1 or 3. Yeah, the lid hop. Oh, thanks for watching, bro. Hopefully you pick up on something small that turns into something big at a tournament, you know? So this is launch punishable as well. So minus 15 exactly, actually. Alright, so then there's that. Next move. Back 1-2. So this move is minus 13 on block. So you would punish it with forward 2-3. But you're better off ducking it. So that'll get you more damage. But if you do happen to block it, forward 2-3. Alright, so then he also has this move as well. So what they try to do is they mix up back 1-2, but if you fuzzy guard it, you could actually get away from both. And then punish it with quarter circle forward 3. So that is the punish for this move. And it comes out. As you can see there, I could actually do a quick duck. But then you have to be fast on the quarter circle forward 3 because he can get up. But yeah, so that's how you get around that move. And it's the same punish for this move as well. Quarter circle forward 3 when if you can. Right away, as soon as you're able to recover from that stun, you buffer that quarter circle forward in and hit 3. There you go. Alright. Alright, looks pretty good. On to the next. Eddy punishes King pretty well, I think. He launches a lot of his stuff. Alright, next is... forward 3+4. Well, he's got this super fast jump kick, which you don't see too often, but that's your punish, is forward 3+4 if you block it. If he tries to get up, you get a full combo. If he lays there, then he'll just take the hit. But definitely try and do that. Oh. So the only thing is, let's just double check the angle on that. So the combo looks like it hits every time. I don't think, sometimes at that angle, you might want to be careful with the fourth hit, but it looks okay. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so that is up forward 3+4. Next move he has, forward 4. So this is another move, has some pushback to it. Minus 15 though, you can launch it, so if you step left, maybe. So let's step left and block, and then we will launch it. Oh. Or you can just step right. General. Right, but if we step left and block... Sorry. Step left and block. You can launch it. Or just step right and you can get around it. So... There you go. Convict kick. Forward, forward, forward. But let's just say if we don't step left, if we just do it straight forward at us, that will miss as well. That will miss as well. It's a pretty safe move, so... Yeah, just be careful. You jump punish maybe with down forward 2 every time? Nah. Only if you step left. Alright. So that's that move. That move's a little little fishy, so alright. I'm gonna put down forward both kicks, but I'm gonna put it in parentheses because that means it might not always hit. Counter hit Ali kick, oh yeah. Alright. Alright, so the next move is Chop Chabe, while standing 2-2. Actually called Round Trip Chop. That used to be the punish. Sometimes that would not always hit if it was some weird angle, but at the end of the day, 1+2 is not a bad punish for this move. You can use it. I'm going to try and go and use forward 2-3. So that is, I think, the optimal punish, forward 2-3. Next move is while standing 1+2, which is -10. Let's see if it tracks. Good step into the right. Wow. There you go. That's the right way to do it. But 1-2 nevertheless. It's hard to step with Eddy. Next move we have is body blow, right? Body blow. It's one of the only moves is -14. This move. So this will be your only back 2-4 punish with Eddy. Only move. Oh no. I mess up the convict kick and that one once in a while. I think I got him all. Alright, so that is all the mids. We have one more mid to practice. It's actually a strange one. Please practice against Akuma. I need guidance. That was my first video. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. So back turn 3 is the next move we're going to cover. So it's kind of far away from him, unfortunately. So forward 2 is going to miss. Now forward 1-1 will hit. Let's see if that hits at all ranges. Not at that range, but at some. Standing 4 might be your best option. Yeah. But even that will miss sometimes. So, a relatively safe move. Gotta be careful so he doesn't get this hit confirmed so-called stunner. But yeah. Be careful with this one. So I would just use, for the punishment for this move, I would say just 4. But even put 4 in parentheses because it's just like not always. King has some crazy range. Yee! Yo, Nash Sheet. What up, bro? Alright. Hold on, let me get some hydration in me. I'm on a water fast. Only water for the next week. Let's do it. Water and Tekken. Water and Tekken. Isn't that kick minus 14? No, minus 13. No, sir. Unfortunately. It'd be pretty cool if it was. It used to be launch punishable. But they got rid of that real quick. Season 2 change. But Season 1 it was launch punishable. Alright. Next move, one of the only mids that he has that puts Eddy in crouch is forward 2+3. So this move, you would want to punish it while standing 3. If they try to get straight up, and you delay it a little bit, how would I do that? Hold on. Like that. So just kind of like wait a little bit, wait a split second. You can possibly refloat them, reset them, but otherwise. Charleston Tekken, my man. Thank you, Bo. Yeah, depending on how they get up and the angle, sometimes it will pick him right up. And sometimes it'll hit him grounded, obviously. If he stays there, he'll take the hit, but he, you know. If he stays there, he'll take the hit, but he won't get launched. So that's that. I'm actually going to just move forward from there. We practice punishing that enough. So get into these lows. Frankensteiner. But to block that move, you have to duck. You don't want to get hit. I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be in the older Tekkens. I think it used to do more damage, but just hold down. It's a special mid. It's a special mid plus a throw. It's an interesting special mid. So yes, that's your best bet for that. He can get away from that, and that he'd have to be holding. I don't know. He's just not holding back, so that won't work. But just while standing 3 will work. Next move is old-fashioned down 3. Nothing special about this. Minus 12. Punish it while standing 4. Maybe go to the right a little bit. So, yeah, so that move could be stepped to the right. So, like most of King's stuff. Down 3+4, 4. Whether he does 2 or 3, it's all the same. He can get away from crouch cancel forward. 3, 4. On a 10-month streak, my man. Could he get away from crouch cancel forward 3+4, which I don't follow. What is that? You talk about that? I don't know what you mean. Anyway, I'm on a water fast, so my brain's only operating at 170% actually. Gamble, you ever do a water fast again after that? Or was that a one-time thing for you? After Frankensteiner. Talk about that. He's saying crouch cancel forward 3+4. He could probably get away from that. It's only minus Frankensteiner's minus 15, so that move takes way too many frames. So I think the only other thing that might work really would be crouch cancel back 3-3 on paper, but it's not gonna happen. So yeah, just while standing 3. It was only the one time. I don't know. I don't know, Gamble. Anyway, 2, 3. So those are minus 29. So you can neutral hop kick might actually miss unless you do like a coming down neutral hop kick. So, but you gotta do that like just frame timing. I think you have to dash also to get that combo. Yeah, it won't work by itself, so you need a forward in there. Wow, that's not easy. Yeah, right there. Okay. Something like that, so I would just recommend punishing that with while standing 3. Addicted to food, bro. The food tastes so much better when you come off the fast, man. So much better. Alright, next one down back 3, minus 16 on block. He's in crouch, so while standing 1 will not hit. Use while standing 2. He's got down back 4, which is minus 20 on block. Eddy's one of the few characters that actually can launch, float him for this. So, best punish, you can actually not even tailspin him and do that for 43. Or you could do that. But you gotta be careful with the finisher for that. Because he can get up and block it at that angle. It's not actually free. That will miss. So this is a pretty tricky situation. You could do that as well if you want to wall carry. But either way, that's the best way to punish it. Oh man. Cheesecake. These lows, for the most part, I would say are they're relatively easy to punish. They're very visible. So, not bad. Those are definitely lows that I favor blocking. Alright, there's only a couple other ones. It's actually only 2 other ones. This one was a buff in Season 3, forward neutral 2. It used to be minus 15. So that used to be the punish, but that does not work anymore. But we still get while standing 1-3. So we in this, boys and girls. So yeah, I've always, it's probably just better to punish this move with this move. It's better to punish forward neutral 2 with while standing 1-3 anyway, even in Season 2. But it was minus 15, so the buff is not, Eddy is not affected by King's buff. And the last is full crouch, down forward 1, or forward, or crouch dash 1. That's minus 12. But it would be better if you could react to it with a low parry, rather than trying to block it. But if you do block it, while standing 4, but do your best to low parry it on reaction. Yeah, it's hard to low parry it on reaction, but you can. Yeah, it's not easy at all, actually. I'm just gonna punish it for now. But the goal is to low parry it. No punish. Alright, here we go. Low parry on reaction. No. It's so hard. If you're down, it's hard to do it while you're down. There you go. Alright, we're good. Alright, so those are all of King's lows. Is there a way to tell it with the Ali kick to mid, or is it a pure 50-50? I think, let's find out. I think you could see it. I think you could see him spin. If you look very carefully, get up just in time. So it's not really a 50-50. It's actually seeable completely. So I kind of went back up, but I went back down. So yeah, you just got to keep your eye on the king. Keep your eye on the king. Thanks. Alright, so then he's got 1+2, 3, which is duckable string. Remember the other moves that he had with this was... Oh yeah, it's 1+2, 1, excuse me. I'm thinking of something else. So he had 1+2, 1, which is the other option. So he almost kind of pauses. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see the difference between these two. This is almost a mix-up. It's very difficult. I feel like he pauses for the high kick. Yeah, it's very difficult. But that might be your only indicator. It's tough. So I wouldn't, unless you know it's coming, I wouldn't try it. I would just go for the duck as a guess. I wouldn't try and always. Oh man, get to Muhammad Ali. Ali or Ali? Ali. What's up? What's up, Kyle? Yeah. So we got this move for the high. Next one we have for the high is forward 2-1. As we went over earlier, forward 2 can go into that. Any of those for the mix-up, but just for high string purposes, this is what we'll practice for now. Next one is a very commonly used move, sometimes the very opener. It's very fast, it's 13 frames, and they can hit confirm it. So they're trying to counter hit confirm it. But yes, that is a move that we definitely want to be ducking, and a very, very, very commonly used move. So that is down forward 2-1, double hook disaster, in case you wanted to know the name. Next move is down forward 3-4. So best one for this is to stand up after you duck it and try and back 3-3. Is what I have written in my book. But I don't know if they changed anything. That'll be a guaranteed punish. But I think the goal is I want to get behind him. Something like that. But I don't know if let's see. See, I'm just holding back, so let's see what happens. So I think he could actually back roll catch him if he holds just back like that and you do that. If you want guaranteed damage, there's that. I mean, you could just honestly slow down your quarter circle forward 3 and pick him up that way as well. This is another situation you might be able to use this move. Catch him on a back roll trap with forward both kicks. But it all depends. I think most kings are not going to try and get back up because they know they're in a vulnerable position. So if you just want guaranteed damage on the floor, it would be quarter circle forward 3 or while rising 3. So that's the best option for that. You could sidestep the second hit of 1+2 1. Yes. Can Eddy sidestep it? I feel like Eddy actually might be able to. You can go do that, but Eddy won't be able to sidestep the second hit. But other characters can. You can do that though. So that would be probably your best option. You know. Where are we? So we are at down forward 4-3-4. Rod Rin, thanks, bro. Appreciate your host. Thank you very much. Welcome everybody from Rod Rin's stream. We're just going over how to punish King, how to block punish, how to duck punish, and how to duck his high strings. So we are actually almost towards the end of the video, but we will go over some extra King things. So if you want any advice on how to fight King, this would be the time to listen. But thanks again for the host, man, and hope you're doing well. So yeah, the last move we just went over that we could duck is down forward 4-3-4. So if you're very fast about this, well, excuse me, let me rephrase it. It's not about if you're very fast. So if King just wants to do the first two parts and you duck it, you're gonna launch him as if he's standing. But if he finishes the string and does the third part, he will be considered airborne. So what'll happen is you'll be able to see that he's not standing up, and then you just finish the combo. Although that time, there you go. So if you do it extremely quick, then you could prevent him from going airborne, actually. But if you're slow, then you'll get him airborne. So it is a timing thing. Just got demoted by an AK. Oh man, AKs. Armor Kings can be annoying. It's good to just run away from them, I think. I think I like that idea. Alright. Here we go. Let's practice these strings. Oh! I did not mean to do that one. Forward 2-1 is important. Not enough forward 2-1s. There you go. Yeah, forward 2-1 is probably the most practical high string that you'll come across and have the opportunity to duck. You know, like when fighting a king in tournament. Same with down forward 2-1. Forward 2-1, down forward 2-1 are the two most. Although that is very popular too, down forward 4-3. Because that's what floats Eddy. So if King blocks my back 3-3, he gets down forward 4-3. But it's good to get him to try and do that and use flop. That's a strategy that I like to have against Kings. I like to use this a lot to get him to do down forward 4-3. And then you can kind of get underneath the last hit. So those are those high strings. It's got a couple more. What else we got? A couple more we got back. Went over this a little bit earlier. Went over punishing this move. We said this move is minus 13 on block. But as I said earlier, it's probably just better off if you block the first to just go to duck the second. I think we went over the mid variation that you could, as long as you just tap down back, you could fuzzy duck it and still come up and block the mid kick that drops him to the ground. Like turtle or not fight him? I think turtle him more, you know. And just like I feel like Armor King's kind of like clunky, and he doesn't have a lot of moves that'll make you duck, you know, unless he tries to run up and do the crouch grab, the chain grab. So like, I like to turtle him out and then not get and space him with Eddy to the point where he like can't really do anything because he doesn't have a lot of long range lows, and then he might go for that gut punch, that forward neutral 2, and you could block it and launch him. His lows are all launch punishable, so if you could annoy him to the point where he gets frustrated with his lows and can get predictable, then you could probably have a better approach or strategy towards fighting him. So yeah, so we said duck back 1-2. Next move is back 2 1+2. This is also something you can just duck. This is not a fuzzy duck, this is a hard duck. King also has back 2-1, which is a new move. Oops. So either one from back 2, you want to duck. There you go. He does have back 2-3, so that could hurt. Oh, excuse me, back 2-4. That's safe. But Eddy might be able to, yes. If you can step that. Yes, yeah, so you could back 12 in between this. If you think he's going to do that. That's about the only way out because the move is safe, so nothing's really going to hit. Yeah, it's safe as the day is bright. So yeah, back 1+2 if you think that's coming. Otherwise, duck after back 2. And you are welcome, Rod. Does back 12 work on the other options? Probably not. I'm thinking he's gonna get bopped because it's a high. Oh, maybe not. So it looks like it works on this option. And let's see if it works on the headbutt. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey. So there you go. So back 12 beats all back 2 options for King. Very good. This one seems like the funkiest, and normally, if you ever do a back 12 and something like this happens, that tells you that you have enough frames to sidestep it. Or the move is so linear and the exchange is so extreme, usually you have frames to step so with it. That's like a clue for Eddy. Anytime you see something like that happen, because this is not the only time this happens, probably have the frames to sidestep. So, and that's part of being, I think, getting really good with Eddy is learning how to sidestep with him, because most people don't. The back 12 kid! So yeah, back 12 is the answer to all of King's back 2 options, even if he goes to go mid. The only other high string that King has, excuse me, is forward 2-1. That's that. All right, so let's go over these. Yeah, you can even back 12, back 1 too. Back 12 is very good. All right, and that's everything. And there you have it. That is all of the moves that are punishable or duckable by King. I do have, what else do I have? I have a couple other things here. Back 2, 1+2 can be interrupted. We already went over that. And back 2, 4. Do back 2, 4. We said that. Yes. So we did all that. So we did it all. We covered everything, really. This is what I have. Otherwise, the only other things to know about King is his throws. So, his throws are a different topic. I'm not going to cover that in this section because I think that's like a general King thing. It's not like an Eddy specific, so I want to stick with Eddy specific. But in general, my approach when I fight King, I would say I like to use this. I think this is a good tool to use when fighting King because you could force him to do that, and if you can get him to do that, then you can start doing damage to him. Otherwise, you have a free way in. So if he doesn't want to do that, he's gonna have to just sit there and take your mix-up. So he's either got to take your mix-up or try and stop you from coming in, and it's constant mix-ups. There is no one answer if Eddy goes back or if Eddy stays down or if Eddy comes forward. So that's a very good way to fight King, I think. I think staying in relax is another good way to fight King, because forward one will miss. Relax. So that's another thing. Kings like to throw that move out, and that will miss relax sometimes. There are rare occasions where it will hit at certain angles, so that's okay. But in general, it will hit you if you're going down. That's for sure. But a lot of times it will miss, so that's something to keep in mind. And if you're in relax, he's not going to be able to throw you. So King players love to do all that. Every King player loves to throw. So going into relax will get you out of all of his throws. What else? And I would say that's about it. I think you got to be ready. The most important thing to punish. Let me see what the most important punishes are. I would say full crouch down forward 2 is a very important move to punish. Because the King players are going to use that, but more importantly, I think ducking might be a little bit more. I feel like I've gotten my damage. I get more damage off a King from ducking than I do from blocking and punishing. So really look out for forward 2-1. Really look out for down forward 2-1. And really look out for down forward 4-3. So if you look out for these 3 moves, you'll get most of your damage. King players like to use these moves, whether it be like if they get you against a wall and they want to like do something, or you're in a tight exchange and they want to use that down forward 2-1 in a tight exchange. So I think that's very important, and you got to be smart on your throw breaks. Watch out, be aware if your back's to the wall, or if his back's to the wall, he might want to use giant swing. So these are all the things, and that is a conclusion for Eddy vs the Cosmos King Edition. So if there is any questions, now would be the time. Yeah, those are the good moves, man. Those are the good ones. Now would be the time to ask. Otherwise, I will be uploading this video now on my YouTube channel, so you are able to comment in the comment section, and I will personally answer any questions you have regarding this match or any other match. And that is pretty much all. So I appreciate all of you for watching. I will be on again tomorrow night. What is today? Tomorrow night I will be on around 11 o'clock. 10:30, 11 o'clock. It'll be a late stream tomorrow night. And tomorrow we will be going over the Bears. Kuma and Panda will be next. So Eddy does punish the bear very well, but the bear has very good range, so it's actually very difficult. I would say it's a very even. Is it an even match? I would say it's about even. Maybe the bear's a little bit in favor, but that will be for tomorrow. So everybody have a good night. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Drink your water. Don't forget to drink water. And enjoy. What can we watch? Enjoy Incerity, a very good Tekken player, or Harangue player. Peace out, guys.